Come on, Bitsy.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike. I hope you are all doing well. Just give me 1 minute. We are having one problem with one of our streams. Okay then, we are back. Sorry about that. We were having issues with one of our streams vanishing, and I have no idea why. I'm just trying to chase up and see what has happened. It's Friday. We have made it to the end of the week. Oh, this is not going well today. 1 second. There we go, we're back. So we are going to go through what's just happened in the last 24 hours. We're going to go through the markets, the X-Files, stagnation. Are we heading into stagnation with Bitcoin? What's Vitalik been up to? What happened with Phantom yesterday? Circle Games, what's going on with USDC? Not the Not coin, what's happening there? And we're going to cover WolfSwap. All of that, hopefully, in the next few minutes. I'm going to try and do the show in an hour today. It's the 16th of August. I am all over the place. Literally before we went live, one of our streams went off and I was trying to figure out what the problem was. I'm trying to sort it out, so we are a little bit messed up. However, we are back. Good morning, Mags, Solo Sky, Danny, Hidden Agendas, I think Velvet Rope is in there, and Kishan. Good morning to you all. Bottom left-hand corner, 155,000 followers. I hope you are all well. Each and every one of you. Just let me get to the bottom of this and then see where we are. Like I say, it has completely vanished. And I do not know why. Okay. Bitcoin is coming in at 58,000, just under 58,400. Ethereum 2620. We had a little bit of fun and games last night where Bitcoin wicked down. We're going to cover that in the stream. Do not worry about that. But first of all, let's go and look at the markets. So here we are. Market cap is coming in at just over $2 trillion. Volume 73 billion, not too bad. Dominance of Ethereum and Bitcoin still coming in at 71%. ETH gas is 1 gwei, incredibly cheap, and Fear and Greed 41. I don't know whether I believe this one on here because I've seen it down in the 29 range. So I think we are in the 20s rather than in the 40s. Solana then still ticking along at 144. BNB still over $500. ETH and Bitcoin down only a fraction over the last 24 hours, but that doesn't tell the whole story now, does it? 24-hour gainers then. Phantom is up, probably on the news of Crongy coming back. We covered that yesterday. And of course, they're changing their name. And I don't know whether that's going to be a positive or whether that's going to be a negative, or whether that's going to make no difference in the future. Aave is up a little bit. Thorchain, Injective, Uniswap is up just a touch. A few gainers over the last 24 hours. Not too many massive gainers, and probably a lot more losers, I would imagine. Gala is down. Pepe, Aptos, Dog with Hat, Lido, Celestia continues its decline. Athena is down. Immutable X, Starlink, and Pi. So not too many massive losers, but not too many massive gainers either, and the market did correct an awful lot. We did see an awful lot of excitement yesterday, which wasn't great, but there we go. Now then, we're going to go and have a quick look at some X-Files before we begin with the charts and the news. First of all, this has nothing to do with anything. There is no hidden message in this tweet whatsoever. This is just a squirrel eating fermented nuts. And on days like this, when everything is going wrong, I just want to be a squirrel eating fermented nuts. That's all I want to be. Now, let's go on to the serious news. Matthew is starting to make a reappearance on the stream. Bitcoin Weekly. As you can see, we are still in this block. Now, what did we talk about on Monday? We talked about the fact that Bitcoin, traditionally at this stage in the market, will put in its local bottom before going on its parabolic run. Did we see that with 49,000? What did we do today? We came down, I believe we wicked down to 54.8. Are we seeing the local bottoms being put in? That is something to bear in mind. Now, we have quite a few of these, so I'm going to whiz through them as quickly as I can. Remember, if you are in chat, say hello and smash the like button. Now, we're not going to play this with the volume on, but suffice to say, yesterday was a big day. We're going to cover Wool Swap later on in the video. However, the Kronos chain went live with its ZK Kronos chain yesterday, and it went live smoothly. What we are planning on doing in the next few days is a ZK Kronos night, where we give away some Crow or some native tokens to Crow or things like that, simply because I think it's going to be one of the bigger chains. And no, I am not sponsored by Crow or the Kronos chain or anything to do with that, but I am, I do hold those tokens, as you'll have seen from my portfolio. Very quickly then, if you have been using Camino and you have been staking on Camino, finance on the Solana blockchain, DeFi, if you've been over there, then the allocation is available to see how many tokens you are able to get. So the claim won't be available today, but the claim should be available in the next few days because it's mid-August. Well, we're kind of in mid-August now. So at some point, you'll be able to go and claim your KMNO tokens for staking on Camino. So that's just a heads up. Not had a chance to make a video about it. We've got a lot of work on at the minute, so that's just throwing that in there. Marathon has purchased 4,144 Bitcoin worth $250 million, boosting their Bitcoin reserve to over 25,000 Bitcoin. Don't sell your Bitcoin, okay? Do not sell your Bitcoin. Look in the mirror every morning and say to yourself, I am not going to sell the men in suits Bitcoin. It is your number one coin that you should be holding. And finally then, this is why we Bitcoin from Bitcoin magazine. You work all day for money, the government just prints out of thin air. Exactly. Now, I'm not saying that I'm that man in the Spider-Man suit, but it looks awfully lot like me, doesn't it? If a government can print money, why do you pay tax? Now, I am not saying you shouldn't pay tax. Everybody should pay tax. What I'm saying is, if it can print the money out of thin air, why do you pay it? Think about it. Go and do some research on that very question, because the answers will probably surprise you. Now then, let's move on. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to try and get this done within an hour. Just going to see where we are now. I'm just keeping an eye on why or where the stream has gone. And I can't see anything on here. Okay. So, I found this article yesterday before all of the kerfuffle began. The Bitcoin price stagnation to continue, no major rally expected before mid-September. We did talk about this a little bit yesterday when we talked about our timescales for Bitcoin. When did we think Bitcoin was going to go on its run? When did we think Bitcoin was going to break out? And Monday we said October. I gave a few key dates in October. Obviously, we're going to hopefully have a rate cut middle to end of September. We've got the minor capitulation stopping. We have Harris and Trump going head to head in September. We probably have lower inflation. So October is looking like a good month. And of course, the traders are back. July and August is boring, as I said a few weeks ago, and they are boring. It's all well and good looking at these dips that we've had and these pumps that we've had, but we are technically still in the same range we have been in. So by boring, I mean we're not at $80,000. That's what I mean by boring. So I I'm completely in agreement with this article. We've probably got another 6 weeks. And I said to you yesterday, I think you have about 6 weeks to pack your bags. That's what I think. Now then, let's have a look in chat. I've seen some comments that are not showing up. Do you know what? You know when you have one of those days and nothing goes to plan and nothing's working? I'm having one of those days today, and absolutely everything that can go wrong for me is going wrong for me. And I don't know why. So let's see. I can't quite... I'm going to have to read this comment out. I hope Peter is okay. Mike, I'm watching the live stream from my hospital bed. I smashed my shoulder socket and in bad pain. Oh no. You're going to get a total shoulder replacement. Ouch. Well, Peter, all I can say is I hope you have a speedy recovery. That sounds incredibly painful. So it does. Incredibly painful. But, you know, a few bottles of beer, a few glasses of wine, you know, the pain will subside. And now my microphone is playing up. I swear to you, I'm not having as bad a day as Peter. That's saying something. Well, at least you have my voice to listen to. And crypto is smashed like my shoulder. It certainly is. It certainly is today anyway. So with Bitcoin consolidating between 58 and 61,000, cryptocurrency analyst trader Bob Lucas, in a cautionary statement, has forewarned investors that the price stasis of the crypto asset is likely to remain, noting that no notable rally will take place before the middle of September. I'm really out of, what's the word today? My pattern. It's all over the place. Lucas is popular for his unbiased assessment of the market, offered his insights on Bitcoin's current price. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, shall we? Following recovery, Bitcoin has been struggling to surpass 61,000. We pointed this out. We had the rejection again, didn't we? And I said we were going to come down, and we've come down. And I did actually draw a nice, pretty box on the screen. So I'm going to go and show you that pretty box in a minute once we finish this article. In his post on X, the analyst claims that Bitcoin was flushed out recently and is still in a huge accumulation zone. He has warned investors not to anticipate any rally until at least the middle of September. Again, that's sensible advice. Absolutely sensible advice. It is possible that the bulls may have to hold out until the weekly cycle low, which is a 9-month range in December, while the crypto expert expects the bulls to wait through the weekly cycle low in December. He noted that the spot Bitcoin ETFs holders would be put to the test, and there's always an opportunity for surprise. He mentioned that deeper lows might raise doubts about the bull market as a whole, but by then it will probably be too late to decide to take action. Nonetheless, he believes there is little reason to doubt the 4-year cycle high would still occur in mid to late 2025. Again, I am on that page. I do believe, until somebody proves it wrong, that October to November is going to be the Bitcoin high. I still think that is on the cards. Now, a lot of people are calling for the end of April, beginning of May, and they're entitled to their belief, as I am entitled to mine. We don't know is the answer, but 18 months after the halving does kind of hold a lot of weight. So we shall see. Now then, let's go very quickly. I'm not going to do as many charts today because it is a Friday and I just want to take it easy today. I don't really want to be spending all of Friday showing you guys charts, because it's not really what we want to do on a Friday, is it? We want to relax. Now then, I drew this pretty little smiley box yesterday, did I not? And that pretty little smiley box probably needs redrawing like that. Okay. There is the little smiley box. That was the area where I said to you that you need to be looking to buy or double up on buying your Bitcoin. And what I meant by that was, if we stay in this range, and bearing in mind the low of this range right now is 56.5, okay? We'll zoom out a little bit and show you what I mean, because there's a lot of people out there calling for 44,000, and yes, I have shown you where 44,000 is on the chart. But let's just zoom out for 1 minute and just reflect of where we are. Now, I said we were going to have a boring summer, and we are currently having a boring summer. In fact, go to the end of February. Can we see the pattern? That's what we have done. Okay, we've been in this range now for a long time. And yes, we have wicked below it in instances. Okay, I am not saying that this is a hard and fast rule. What I'm saying is that breaking below it is not the end of the world, as people were screaming for yesterday. Now, there is still the possibility, I will agree, that we could come down to this level here. Okay, if you draw this really badly, we can come down to 44,000. I'll have to redraw that again. That was terrible. I am not a great artist. Okay, so yes, that is still on the cards, 44,000. But as long as we stay within this range, I don't think we're going there anytime soon. So yes, we have the bottom of this range, which is about 56,000. We've been rejected off the bull market support band. We've come down, we've tested it. We should go back up to it, which is at 60,000, 61,000. But if we don't break it, guess what? We're going to keep coming down. Maybe this time we bounce off 54,000 and come back up. Maybe we get rejected again and we come down to 52,000. Maybe we are going to be stuck in that pattern until we don't. Now, if we're talking about October, let's give you an idea. Let's make this a nice bright color. There we go. So that's roughly when we should get out of this downward pattern. So what does that give us? That gives us time to maybe waddle around, do this, and then start to break out. That could be the plan. I don't know what the plan is, but we've been here for forever and a day. And yes, we can blame the ETFs. This is all ETF news. We should probably be still around $45,000, $46,000. So we are up 25% higher than we should be. And yes, we can blame the ETFs for that. And maybe that is the reason why we are struggling at these prices. Maybe, maybe not. But I don't think we're not going to be here this time next year. We're certainly not going to be here this time next year. So we need to wait for the breakout. But as we keep highlighting, we have this problem. We are putting in lower lows and we are putting in lower highs. And that, for me, is not good. And that indicates that we could potentially still come down to here, bounce, come down to here before we finish the pattern. And that would be an exact replica of the way up. So that is still on the cards. And I'm not telling you because I want you to realize. I'm not telling you to catch you out. I'm not telling you to scare you. I'm not a sensationalist. What I'm trying to do is give you the realistic prices we could come down to in the scenario that we do start to break down. And that would be 52, 51,000. And then that would bring us down towards 44,000 and the start of this range. That's the worst case scenario for me. If we go below 44,000 and go below 40,000, I am really worried. But look at that volume area. And then look at the volume area there. So it's not the end of the world, but we're not doing anything either. Like I said, July and August is boring. And much as Reza wants to tell me it's been exciting, we've been in this range. So it's not exciting at all. It's just plain right boring. So we're coming in at 58.5. We're up, believe it or not, $1,000 over the period of time. Again, I don't know what else I can say. 52, 44,000 at the bottom. When we've got to break 61,000, and every time we've gone near 61,000, it's basically given us a hard no, and we've come crashing down again. So we're going to move on. Less of the negativity and more about Vitalik. Now I have some. Am I going to be able to see chat at any point today? Why is chat just not working for me? One of the streams has gone off and now chat isn't working. Here we go. This bull run might be completely different than other cycles. Maybe it will be shorter and sharper with extreme highs more than first thought. Everybody says the same thing every cycle. That's the thing. Every cycle will be different, but it will also be the same. History doesn't repeat, history rhymes. And what I mean by that is that we can't give precise answers to when the all-time high is going to be and when the all-time lows are going to be. If you go back to the last cycle, April, we topped out in. And that's why a lot of people are calling for April this year. We topped out in April. Now, we only had our second top in November because of the amount of money that was printed. And that kind of pushed us on again to 69,000. But maybe we should have hit 64 and that should have been the end of it. So there is a chance that we do top in April, but that isn't unusual either. We topped in April last cycle. So that's not really where the issue is. The issue is that people are saying that we've already hit all-time highs, that the all-time high will be in December or October, or we're not going to have an all-time high and we're just going to keep going up forever. And all of those things are possible but improbable. The likelihood is it's going to be April, May, or October, November. That's the likelihood based on cycles, but we can't name which one it is. Good morning, Mbola Man. I hope you are well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to a very discombobulated stream today. I have been trying to get everything working, and it's just about holding together. The cycle will repeat. It will repeat, but will it rhyme or will it repeat? That's the question. Because as I said, I've got October or November as my top, and that's based on 18 months-ish from the halving, and I'll stick to that. That's held me in good stead all along. But there was an April-May top in the last cycle, and again, a lot of people call it a front-loaded cycle, and maybe it is, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see until May, April, and decide what the price of Bitcoin is, and then we can decide: is 90, 100, $110,000, is that the top, and should we be selling? If we're at 110,000 or 120,000 in April or May next year, then I think that might be a good time to look at where the alts are and see whether it's a good time to take profits or not. Again, you shouldn't go all in on one day. You shouldn't come out on one day either. You should dollar cost average in and you should dollar cost average out. Now then, Vitalik has sold 200 ETH of meme coins to donate to charity. The Ethereum co-founder unintentionally collected an assortment of meme coins over the last year and sold them all to donate the funds. So Buterin donated the funds worth $530,000 at the time of the donation to the Effective Altruism Funds Animal Welfare Fund. After donating, he posted on social media, "Charity donation done," covering all animal coins from the past year or so. He continued calling for communities to donate to charities directly instead of sending him the token, saying it's 2024, we can start doing more sophisticated public goods. Meme coin developers and communities have made a habit of sending spare tokens to notable wallets. I do remember him being sent a massive supply of one coin. And that was, I can't remember which coin it was. He was sent, was it SHIB? He was sent a lot of one coin at one point. As a well-known fan of the late Shiba Inu Kabusu, popularised by the Doge meme, Vitalik's wallets are often gifted dog-related meme coins. Similarly, a wallet that is believed to belong to Donald Trump often receives various amounts of Trump and MAGA-related tokens. Indeed. Now, the funny story associated with this one is, of course, a few years ago, I don't know if it was the FBI or the CIA or one of the American groups, they said, very simply put, if you receive funds from these wallets, then you have broken the law. And these wallets were associated with what they considered to be clandestine projects and coins and the like. So what some unscrupulous monkeys did was they started to find all of the celebrities like Shaquille O'Neal, for example, and Crypto Wendio was another one. And they started sending these tokens to their wallets because they are publicly marked. So Shaquille O'Neal's wallet, there is a website that shows you all of the wallets of all of the celebrities. I think Justin Bieber's wallet is also on there. So all of these celebrities started to receive donations from blacklisted projects in America by these unscrupulous people. But of course, then, does that then indicate that Crypto Wendio and Shaquille O'Neal have broken the law? Or does it mean that the FBI or CIA or whoever it might be simply do not understand how crypto works? I do not know. But I mean, this is a good thing. Vitalik's donating to charity. Why would we say anything bad about Vitalik when he's doing such good things for humanity? So we'll go very quickly have a look at ETH. Again, I sound like a stuck record. I gave you 2 price targets and said ETH will crash crypto. And I said 2,900 and I said 2,600. And didn't expect it to really happen. But again, the same situation with Bitcoin. We have this downward trend and we've not only come down to it, we've bounced off it and now we're sitting just below it. For ETH to really get anywhere, it now needs to get back somewhere towards its bull market support band, which is about 31, 35 at the minute. Like I said, we're down, what are we now, 26.17, so we're pretty much sitting on the trend line. Again, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for any of the coins right now. Sentiment seems to be in the pan. So where could we come down to? Well, my next level down, which is this level here, is about $2,200. That would be, what, a 15% move down? A 15% move down for Bitcoin, or a similar move down for Bitcoin, would take us to maybe 48. But if Bitcoin moves 10% down, that would take us to about 51, which is about right, 52. Ethereum probably moved down a bit more, so I think $2,200 at the bottom. And again, I'm not trying to scare you, I'm giving you where we are right now. We're looking like we are falling, and however we want to draw it, we are in a very unpretty downward slide. And it's not going to last forever, and people are getting worried, people are getting scared, people think the bull run is over. That's what they want you to believe, okay? The bull run is not over. Again, similar to Bitcoin, we've kind of got this pattern. I mean, 2,200. Could we even come down to here, which is 1,800? Absolutely, we could come down to here. I don't know whether we will. I don't know whether we'll come down to here and then break out. I just think at the minute we're looking more down than we're looking up. That's not normally a bad thing, because normally when we expect Bitcoin or Ethereum to go up, what happens? The price corrects to the downside. When we expect Bitcoin and Ethereum to go down, what happens? We normally move to the upside. The one thing that we could look at that I haven't got ready for the stream is the funding rate. If the funding rate turns negative for a long period of time and the market sentiment goes bearish, we tend to get a short squeeze, and that's a pump to the upside. So again, that's probably the next thing that's going to drive us up a bit. Today is Friday. Let's hope for the best. Good morning to Drop Dead. I hope you are well. First cycle all-time high before halving. Well, we did have, didn't we? We did. We went way higher than we should have done. We went to 72, 74,000. Everybody was excited. I've still got $74,000 target in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. That isn't going to go anywhere. Now then, I nearly had a heart attack yesterday. Not in the sense that Peter hurt his shoulder and physically ended up in hospital, but this happened. Phantom had a UI problem. And if you've got Phantom, I'm telling you now in case you haven't checked it. There was a Phantom UI problem. I logged into my Phantom wallet yesterday and it showed me having $55. I went cold, I went hot, I started to sweat. I was like, what's going on? So I went to Step Finance, which shows you kind of like a breakdown of what's in your wallet. I put my wallet address in and it gave me a breakdown and all my funds were safe. So then I went to double check all of my open connections on Phantom. Nothing untoward there, but I deleted them anyway. And then I went and found out that Phantom had a problem. And believe you me, when these problems happen, they scare the pants out of you. Imagine logging in to your exchange and seeing a zero balance. Okay? Imagine doing that. It would be terrifying, would it not? Well, that's what happened. And it scared the pants off people. So Phantom wallets faced a major setback today when numerous users reported the disappearance of funds from their wallets without an apparent reason. The incident caused significant panic in the community, leading to speculation about a possible hack of the platform. Several alarmed users shared screenshots. The confusion was due to a technical fault that prevented users from seeing their funds, although the assets had neither been transferred or lost. The problem resembled previous episodes where a visualization error occurred. Now, I remember this from many moons ago when I very clearly saw $27 trillion in my MetaMask wallet. And again, that was a reporting error. MetaMask at the time, I think, was getting its feed from CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap went down or wasn't working properly, and I made $27 trillion out of crypto. So these reporting errors scare the pants off you. Now, again, I always say this, but I'm going to say it again. You shouldn't have a lot of your net worth on MetaMask or on Phantom or on any non-custodial wallet. They should be used by you when you want to go and use a DeFi platform, or whether you want to go and buy something that isn't on your exchange. You shouldn't have your whole net worth on your Phantom wallet or your MetaMask wallet. I have not a great deal on my Phantom wallet, but I have enough to get the things I want to do done. The second thing you should do, if you are going to do that, is you should have multiple wallets. So you should have a wallet for DeFi that only ever connects to one platform. Then you should have another wallet for connecting up for airdrops, for example, or whatever else it might be. But if you don't know how to create multiple wallets, or you don't know how to use a non-custodial wallet, don't go near them. Keep your money on an exchange. I don't care what these experts say, not your keys, not your crypto. That's great until you lose your keys or somebody hacks your wallet and then it's gone and you'll never get it back, okay? The chances of you having your funds stolen from a non-custodial wallet, if you don't know what you're doing, are immeasurably higher than having your funds stolen from an exchange, a big exchange, and having two-factor authentication, SMS, email anti-phishing codes, all of those things turned on, then you're pretty safe. But if you have it in a non-custodial wallet and you click on a link that you find on Google, your wallet will be gone and that will be the end of it. And this scared the pants out of me. Now, the other thing to do is know how to use explorers. So Ethereum Explorer, Solana Explorer, Polygon Explorer, whatever it might be. Go and learn how to use them to see the balance of your wallets. Maybe I'll do a video about that just to explain it to you. But remember, the first thing you should realize is it could be a UI error. And that's when you need to go and check that your funds are still in your wallet. And that you can go and use an Explorer to do that. So Phantom Wallet has been aware. The team confirmed the issue. It was resolved. The funds are now visible. The announcement alleviated many of the people's concerned. I was absolutely one of them. I panicked like there was no tomorrow. Now then, We're not going to look at Phantom. It doesn't have its own token yet. It makes sense. It scares people when it has a ghost as a logo. Very true. Very true, Drop Dead. Now then, USDC tap to pay on iPhones. Circle CEO teases new feature. Again, we spoke yesterday about MetaMask launching its own debit card in connection. I think it was MasterCard, MetaMask, and banks. BAANX. And I was saying yesterday that if they can cut banks out of the equation, that removes more friction from the chain and it increases profits. These people are not here for your benefit. They are here to take your money, and they always will be. Okay? So when they make things and they make it easier for you to pay, they are simply making it easier to separate you from your money. So the stablecoin issuer is mulling an integration following Apple's recent policy shift. Contrary to their limited use cases at inception, cryptocurrencies have rapidly evolved. We don't need to know any about that. Recent comments by Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire have hinted at an incoming feature of the second largest stablecoin on Apple's iPhones for faster payments. In a series of tweets on Wednesday, he stated that a tap-to-pay feature using USDC is incoming, urging wallet developers to prepare for integration. The comments follow Apple's decision to open its NFC to third-party app developers. The new capability marks a shift from previous restrictions where only Apple's own wallet and Apple Pay could utilize the tech on iPhones. Now then, so for all of you that have your own wallets, this might be brilliant. You know, if you have, for example, the crypto exchange you are on, may be able to apply to Apple and connect directly up with Apple to allow you to make payments using these USDC, USDT, and you might not even need a credit card. You might not even need a bank. So these are exciting times, especially for people who are unbanked, especially for people who find it hard because they live in jurisdictions where they can't get debit cards or whatever it might be. So this is a good move, but still, remember at the back of their mind, they just want to separate you from your money. While Allaire clarified that Circle has no direct relationship with Apple and this development is unrelated to Apple Pay, he emphasized that the shift opens the door for USDC tap to pay. He added that the feature extends beyond just USDC to include various other options and provided a brief overview. We don't need to go through the brief overview. The potential integration of Circle's USDC into Apple's iPhones for tap-to-pay feature could be a major milestone for cryptocurrencies, boosting Circle's position and promoting mainstream adoption. And remember, Circle is playing catch-up. Okay, if you go down here and you look at the top stablecoin, you have Tether coming in at 116.5 billion. USDC is, for the sake of argument, 3.5 times smaller. Okay, so USDC is a third of the size of Tether, so it has to play catch up. Now, if all of a sudden you have this tap to pay feature available on your iPhone or through Apple, that adds a massive amount of utility to USDC. And again, lots of people out there ask the question, very simply ask the question, how do USDC, how does USDT, how does Tether and Circle, how do they make money? Very simply, they take the real world value, 116 billion, and they go and they stake it basically with the US government for treasury bonds and yields, whatever it might be, and they may earn, for argument's sake, 5%. Now, 5% for Tether is probably about $6 billion a year in income. $500 million a month just by having a stable coin that stays at $1. USDC, $34.6 billion. So they are making $1.7 billion a year. Not bad for a company of their size. And now you know why the likes of Ripple are looking to do their own stablecoin, why PayPal has its own stablecoin, you now understand why these stable coins are such big business, because they make money off the real world version of your synthetic dollar. That's how they make their cash. And if you look at Tether, for example, they are buying hundreds of millions of dollars a year of Bitcoin with their profits, and they're storing that in their treasury reserves. So they are compounding the benefits of using USDT over USDC. And there's others as well. Obviously, you've got Tron looking to create gasless transactions over there. It's all fun and games. Now we are going to move on. Kishan is in chat. Good morning, Tariq. Good morning, Kishan. Welcome to the stream. We have a problem, or we had a problem with one of our streams today. It's completely vanished. So I don't know why that's happened. I have a feeling I know why that's happened, but I'm not going to tell you on air why that has happened. Notcoin tumbles after recent surges. Is hope for a bull run over? Now, you will remember I made a video about Notcoin, and I'm going to go through my thoughts on it when we get to the end of this article. We're going to have a look at the chart as well. We've got some time today. So we've got, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to go through this. So let's see if we can whiz through this. This signals a reversal in fortunes for the token, which posted encouraging price spikes this month that gave holders hope for a major rally. The token underpinning crypto's viral new Telegram-based game Notcoin is down 2.7% at 1.1 cent. This signals a reversal in fortunes to the token, which posted encouraging price spikes this month that gave them hope. First came the launch of another Telegram game called Lost Dogs, a collaboration between Notcoin and the open network Ton developers, gaming team Lost Dogs Co, and NFT trading platform Get Gems. The announcement spiked the price of Notcoin by 50%. This was 2 days ago, the price leapt 13% from recent lows. Now then, I've got to get through this without passing comment until the end. Notcoin is a Telegram-based game that users can access through the app. Simply open the Notcoin bot, invite friends, and start tapping on the gold coin in the interface to begin earning Not. Tap allowances are finite and refill slowly over time. Players can earn more taps by questing and performing community actions. The game and its token run on the open network, which is Ton, spun out of Telegram in 2020 when the SEC were going to throw the book at them. And now we're going to go through the chart. I can't read any more of this because it's driving me to distraction. Okay, first of all, tap to earn games are trash and they are a race to zero. Okay, that's my opening gambit on this. Do not buy these coins. Do not buy gaming coins. Okay, do not buy them. You will only lose money. And again, it would be so easy for me to sit here and tell you how bullish it is, and there's going to be a breakout sometime soon, and clearly this is going to break out to the upside, and we're going to see three cents for this coin. Okay, no. This is like that BTTC coin where there's just trillions of them. Okay, and yes, they've tried to throttle it, but like any economy, you can't simply mint coins and expect them to hold value. That doesn't happen. Now, it's just mentioned there that it rallied 50%. We're looking at the daily chart, by the way. It rallied 50%. I mean, is that a rally? Not really a rally, is it? It's more of a blip. It's more of a blip on the downward momentum. Now, before we go any further, what we should probably do is do something very, very serious and put in. There we go. There is zero. Okay, that's zero. Now, this is what's going to happen to this coin. There we go. It's trash. It's going to go to zero. It has no underlying value. There is no trust in this token. Why do you play the game? You play the game to earn the token. And what do you do with that token? You sell it. So where is the buy pressure or not? The buy pressure comes from people telling you about all of these amazing new features that Notcoin is going to have. It's going to have this game. It's going to have this NFT. Okay, something that's worth nothing is making NFTs that are worth nothing, that are making additional features that are worth nothing, because the underlying asset is worthless. The game is worthless. Now, I really want gaming to be a success. I really want blockchain and gaming to come together and make something amazing, okay? But it hasn't happened. It didn't happen with the metaverse, and these tap to earn games. I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember Move to Earn. Move to Earn was a feature which was around 4 years ago, where you would get this NFT of a pair of sneakers, and I think it was called Steppen. Let's go and have a look at the price of Steppen. I think it was called Step N, but I could be wrong. So if this doesn't show up properly, here we go. Maybe it's this one. Okay. So this is Steppen. Let's go out to the weekly chart. Okay. So let's put this into context. This is Move to Earn, where you are paid to move around. You go for a walk. Okay. And it's been around, according to this, since May 2022. I think it was around longer, in all honesty. And this is when it was added. So let's not bother going up there, shall we? Let's take it from here. So during this craze, when everybody was going for a walk and earning $60 per walk, $60 to go for a walk, I was getting paid. That's incredible, isn't it? $60 for a walk. And the NFTs weren't worth anything and they were given away. And in 2 years, what has this token done? It's come down, it's released an update, it's come down even lower, update, update, and down. It's the lowest price this token has ever been. It's at 10 cents, okay? Where was its all-time high? It's a god candle. It's a devil candle, more like. This was at 3.85. It's now at 10 cents, okay? Notcoin is going to go as close to zero as possible. And the only way they're going to fix it is to follow the path that something like Bonk has done. It's the only way it's going to be saved. There's no buy pressure on this token. There's no reason to buy this token. You tappy, 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 and then you earn your 50 cents or your $1 and you cash out. And there are hundreds of thousands of people cashing out. And if you hold this token, so if you do what degens do, okay? Down here, 26 cents. I bought this. I bought 50%. I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to hold on to this token. I've held it at 60 cents. Well, guess what? You've lost all of that. What you do with these tokens, and again, I've said this before on here, you can make money out of these tokens. You sell it. You earn it and you sell it. That's what you do. Okay? Earn and sell. Earn and sell. Do not become part of the group of people that hold this coin up here. Okay? Because it will be worth shrapnel. And as I said, 2 years to move down to 10 cents from $3, $2, $1, whatever you're going to call it. Okay? It's down 90%. Now, if we go back to Notcoin, now that we've seen what happens here, can we not see exactly the same pattern emerging? We can. Except I think this will be exponentially faster because of the emissions of this token. Now, again, it's not all over for Not, because, as I said, they can build out staking, they can build a trading bot, they can build in more games, they can build in staking, they can do seasons like Fortnite. I get all of that. But at this moment in time, it doesn't exist. It's a race to zero. And even in my video, I said, I think it'll struggle to get above 2 or 3 cents. And 2 or 3, and I made this video before it went live, by the way. So that's where I said it would struggle. And miraculously, it's fallen all the way through there to the downside. So please don't go and buy these junk coins. It doesn't have much of a competitive advantage over anything. It doesn't have a business model. It's an emissions-based game where selling your tokens as fast as you can is the way to make money. That's all it is with Not. Don't go down the route of buying this token and holding it thinking it's going to go to 10 cents. It's not going anywhere but down. And I cannot stress that enough. Now then, we're going to move on, as I think I have probably bored the majority of you to sleep by ranting on about why not to buy gaming tokens. But I have to be honest, and it's my opinion at the end of the day, and maybe that opinion is wrong. I have been wrong. I am not an expert. If you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. Now then, Cronos launched yesterday, the Cronos ZK EVM. This connects the Cronos chain up to Ethereum and everything to do with Ethereum. And I cover this from time to time. I covered it 2 or 3 months ago. I did some videos in May and June before it got too hot about what you can do. Now, the reason I'm showing you, twofold. Number one, I'm showing you because of WolfSwap. And number two, now it is live, you have all of these missions down here for which you can go and earn points. Interact with the Cronos ZK EVM chain to start earning points and rewards. That's why I am telling you. Okay? You can bridge from Ethereum to Cronos. You can bridge USDC to VUSD. You can do all of these kinds of things, okay? But from your point of view, why am I showing you? Because if you go and get yourself a MetaMask wallet and connect it to the Cronos ZK EVM, you could have the DeFi wallet, you could have Brave, but let's say MetaMask, okay? You go down here, look at some of the things you can do to earn rewards. Put your email address in, refer a friend, complete the social quests. H2 Finance have also got some ways of earning rewards. Fulcrum, the same. Connect with them. Again, you can earn points just by following them on Twitter. That's it. I will put a link to this, by the way, into the Telegram group, so you won't miss out on that. Amplify Finance, again, connect with them. Rhino, connect with them. Again, Swap, provide liquidity, connect with them. The one that I'm focusing on is WolfSwap. Again, connect and swap. There's an awful lot of them on here. Push Fun, we've covered them before. We made a video about Push to Button. It's a meme coin on Cronos. They've moved over, or haven't moved over, so they've opened up as well on Cronos ZK. So there's a lot of ways you can earn points, and those points will be worth either a financial reward or an NFT reward, which will have something associated with it. So it's completely free. Again, I am not paid by Cronos ZK to tell you about this. I haven't been paid a dime. I'm telling you, as I've told you before, about other ways to claim, whether it be Camino, whether it be Jupiter, whether it be Pyth. I've told you all many times before where you can go and get rewards for doing very simple things. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing then is WolfSwap, which is a DEX. And the reason I'm telling you about this, I better not connect my wallet to it, is in the top corner, you have the ZK chain now. And over time, they will be launching these different contests. Okay, now I can't see them at the minute because I'm not going to connect my wallet live on a live stream. But you have contests. You have raffles, which is a different thing called Moonflow, admittedly, and you have Earn. Again, there is no financial incentive to me showing you this. I'm showing you because of some of these Earn programs will make you a considerable return. Okay, so make sure the first thing you need to do, or your first port of call, if we go back, And like I said, I'm going to drop the link in the description. Sorry, not in the description, in the Telegram group. Go here and go and farm the points. Now, this is a bit different to things like Celestia. We covered Celestia a year ago, I think, maybe 9 months ago. And we were saying, very simply put, that Celestia looks like a chain which is an airdrop farming chain. So the price is going up because you need to stake your Celestia. And I said it didn't have any value by staking on Celestia because Celestia was a new chain. Okay, this isn't a new chain. This is an existing chain which is porting over its existing projects. Those projects being the ones on your screen now. Now again, I've only ever used a couple of these projects myself. I've made a video about Abyssus Bay. I have made a video about WolfSwap. I've made a video about Push to Button. So I've covered some of them, but I haven't covered all of them. And the point of the matter is, when it comes to this, you will earn points. I think I've only got 30 points myself because it only went live yesterday. I've only earned 30 points. But go and check it out. Like I said, I'm going to leave a link for you to go and have a look at it. Go and have a look at it and see what you think. Now then, we've got to the end of the show. Like I said, I didn't want to be too heavy today because my rhythm was gone because of all the problems we had before we went live. So we've got to the end of the show at 12 o'clock. So if you've got any coins you want me to look at, ask in chat now. If you want me to go and look at any projects, ask me now. The only person who shouldn't be asking me anything now is Peter, because he is unfortunately in hospital with a smashed shoulder. So if you've got anything you want me to look at, let me know in chat. I'll see if I can actually see chats, because the problem is I cannot see them. Let's have a look. Yeah, I can't see anything on here. Give me a second. Let's have a look. Can you look into Doog and Mumu? What on earth is Doog and Mumu? Are they actual cryptocurrencies? Oh, both meme coins. Doog the Duck. Let's have a look at Doog. Why not? Market cap, $24,000 market cap. Do you know what? Fine. Fine. Let's go and have a look at this. What chains is it on? ETH. It's an Ethereum one. Okay. It's not Family Guy. I used to watch this show. This was this used to be on. That's the wrong dude. Right. Well, let me go and find Doog the Duck. Okay, Doog the Duck. See, there we go. There we go. Doog the Duck. So it's not that one. That will look really cool as well. $1.5 million market cap of Doog the Duck. Let's go and have a quick look at Doog the Duck. He's got his contract address on the front page, which is good. It's giving me the middle finger. Duck off. Very nice. Watch a video. Doog the Duck, who got ditched by his pond crew for meme fame, is now flexing his muscles in the wrestling ring, aimed to become the ultimate meme coin. Look out, world. Doog's coming through and he's not ducking around anymore. There's a lot of words involved there. Zero tax, liquidity burned, supply 1 billion, nice, mint frozen and revoked. What we can do is we can get rid of that. And if we go to Dex Tools, we can go and tell you what Dex Tools thinks. There we go. So it should be that one, which looks like it is on Solana, is it? Yeah, okay. So very briefly then, this is how I review a project before I even review a project. Okay, And that is, the first port of call for me is Dex Tools. Dex Tools gives you everything you need to know about a project. So you get the website, the contract address, their Twitter account, the usual things. On the left-hand side, you will see a list of, at a glance stats that will tell you about this project. Now, what you want to be looking for, when was the pool created? 29th of May. So June, July, almost August. So it's 2.5 months old. That's a green tick, okay? Most projects will scam you within 96 hours. So it's been around for 2.5 months. That's the first green tick. Market cap of 1.52 million. Compare that to the liquidity. Again, a good amount of liquidity for a market cap of that size. Holders, over 3,000 holders. Again, a decent number for a $1.5 million market cap token. The volume, again, isn't bad. $164,000 in volume is not bad. 100% circulating supply, also not bad. Now, this is where the very, very exciting bit happens when you look at the DEX T-score. The contract has been verified. There is no honeypot. The buy and sales tax are not available on here. So there could be a buy and sales tax. But when you go over here, what this does, these audit scans, it gives you, it's changed nowadays, it gives you danger, warning, and neutral. So down here, it will show you all of the different bits of information, quick intel. Now, the majority of these audits are automated. So you'll go to Quick Intel, pay them, I don't know, $500, and they'll go and review your contract. So this isn't an individual sitting down, analysing it, and making sure the team is doxed and all those good things. So on the whole, 94 out of 99, excellent. The buy and sales tax, if they were green, this would be a 99 out of 99 score. So for me, this is already a solid looking project. Now, the other thing we can go and look at is this. Okay, and this is Bubble Maps. It shows you the breakdown of tokens by wallet address. Now, I think it could be this. Did that just click on that one? That's not the right one, is it? Let's try again. I think I accidentally clicked the wrong one. Click on that. Right, so it's that one. So we click here. This gives us a breakdown. Now, the green area looks positive. The red area doesn't look positive. This doesn't look good. This looks like somebody has a centralized wallet and has created multiple wallets to make it look like these are not tied together. So what this is done, this red area is made to fool the likes of me into saying, this project looks fine. You know, that it's decentralized, it's across multiple wallets. And what this shows you is that it's very likely that these wallets are all associated. So rather than having one wallet with 1% in each, this is actually maybe 30% of the supply, 25% of the supply. So for me, that would be a worry. Now, if I give you another example of a different wallet, okay, this has different red areas, and the reason is because it is a bigger coin on multiple exchanges, which we're going to get rid of, but they're on exchanges. Okay, so if we go back to the duck to show you for a second, you will see that none of the wallet addresses are exchanges. So if you've got the top 10 wallets being your biggest exchanges and being your biggest decentralized, you know, something like Radium will be in here or Orca will be in here, then that makes sense for them to maybe have 2, 3, 4, 5%. This looks like there are a large group of individuals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's like 20 odd wallets there that are all connected up to together. So I'd be very careful about Doug, the duck. H-bar. I really like H-bar. That is my answer to that question. The reason I've got a problem with H-bar is, if I get rid of, just closed everything down. Give me a second. Give me a moment to get the screen back. I'll show you very quickly what I think. Let's go back in here. There we go. Okay, so we're back. Right, so H-bar. There's a couple of coins which, based on fundamentals, should do incredibly well and don't. And one of them is Algorand. Algorand should do exceptionally well, and it doesn't. H-bar is another. So if we look at H-bar and where it is now, what should the price of H-bar be based on this weekly chart? I think it should be anywhere between about 8 and 10 cents. It's at 5 cents. If we go down, let's hang on a second. If we just take it from this to this, he's always messing with my fib levels. So if we take it from here to here, what I would say to you about H-bar is, this is the kill zone. This is the area where you buy the token at its lowest. When I say lowest, it can always go lower, but recent lowest. If you like H-bar, then this is the price to buy it at. Okay, 5 cents. But what I would do with H-bar is I'd be very careful, because in the bull run, you don't know when it's going to pop. You don't know it's going to pop off. You don't know whether it's going to explode. I would look at H-bar. What I would do, if I was to buy $500 of H-bar, I would buy it today, 5 cents. And I would go and say, right, where are we likely to get to? Are we likely to get to 12 cents? Maybe. So I'm going to sell all of my H-bar at 11 cents. And I'd put a sell order on H-bar at 11 cents. And I'd sell it at that price. Okay, in 2 years, we have broken above it for about 4 weeks. And that's been there. So what I would do with H-bar is I would buy it, and then, you know, it could wiggle around, and then if it wicks, you take your profit, and then you wait for it to come back down again. I don't know why certain coins just don't seem to sit well with people who buy them. Loads of people like H-bar. Loads of people talk about H-bar. But if that's the case, why isn't it moving? If we do that, for example, give me a second. It's even broken below the trend line since the start of last year. I mean, it's not much of a trend line. It's only landed it a few times, but it's just not doing anything. So for me, H-bar, I wouldn't hold it for the long term. Yes, you can go back and you can say it was up at 20 odd cents, but I mean, it's spent its life in this range. It's been here for 2 years, between 4 cents and 8 cents. I don't know. I like the project, like I said, but I would put it with Algorand. Algorand is another one of those projects which does incredibly well and just doesn't, and I don't know why. So H-bar for me. Anyway, thank you for the requests. Doug the duck looks very cool, but I'd be very careful about that cluster that hold it. H-bar, if you were to buy it today, I would sell it at double price. So I'd sell it at 10.5 cents. That's what I would do, and I'm not going to hold it for the bull run. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for coming. Have a great weekend. It's Friday today. I will make some videos over the weekend, more than likely. But have a great weekend if I don't speak to you. Thank you everybody for coming. Drop Dead, Kishan, Tariq, Peter, get well soon, Solo Sky, and everybody else. Have a great weekend. See you soon.
Come on, BTC.